Hi guys, Miata here. This is part 2 of our alternator and power steering belt replacement and removal videos. So now we've got the intake pipes removed. Now we can get into undoing the old belts, and I'll show you how that's done. So we're going to start with the power steering belt because that one has to come off first. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to loosen off the brackets so that it can swing and move the way we want it to. So this is a 14mm bolt right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to crack it loose. Very tight. There we go. We'll just loosen that off a little bit. Now there's a second one, as I mentioned in the first video, and it's right behind here. And we'll need to loosen that one too. Now, we've got two options at this point. We can rotate the engine and get that in the right position, or we can try and loosen this off first. And there's a third option, which is just cutting the belt off, because we're not going to reuse that belt. But what we'll do first is we'll loosen this 12mm, and that's going to go this way here. So we'll loosen that, and that's for tightening the belt. This is the adjuster bolt right here. Okay, so now we've got that loose. Now we can work on backing that off. So once we get it loose enough, then we can rotate that, no problem. So that's another 12mm right here. Now, if you're gonna do this job, let's say tomorrow, and this looks corroded, you may want to spray some penetrating oil on this and into that block so that this will turn freely. You do see them quite often where this is seized into this block and it doesn't come undone. And it's the same system for the alternator. So definitely spray some penetrating oil on that if you've got time beforehand, just to make everything work that much better. If you do snap that off, then you've got to go looking for this assembly and your car may be undrivable, especially if it's the alternator. So there you go, a little pro tip for you. Now I'm able to push that down. Now the belt's very loose. So with that belt loose, I can rotate that and get to the bolt on the other side if I needed to. Now I should be able to get that down to the point where I can work that belt off like that. Now let's inspect this belt while we've got it. There we go. So just come around the side here. There we go. So as you can see, I'm just going to back it up a bit so we can focus a bit better. Yeah, it's very cracked. So, you know, they get cracked, they get noisy, they don't grip like they should, and eventually they just break. So that is way past its due date. Yeah, that belt has expired. I can almost break it in half just with my fingers here. So there we are. So yep, definitely time for that one to go. That is a very old belt. That's the numbers that are on it, the original ones. The B61P that you see there, that's the engine number on these cars, on the 1.6s. And then that there is the actual belt number. So if you need to order one of these and the parts place is having a hard time, you can use that number. So the replacement one is a 4PK858. That's the AC Delco number that we're going to be putting on here. And that there is the original one. So there you are. So that is now off. So what you want to make sure of is that when you put that new belt back on and you tighten it up, just make sure that you can get to this bolt in case you need to undo it or tighten it. Because if that bolt there is too tight, you may need to loosen it off so that the rest of this will move. It all depends the condition of everything and how corroded it is. We're lucky. We've got enough movement there. It's not super easy to move it. It would be if we'd loosen that other bolt that's in here though. Okay, so that's why we need to get to that bolt sometimes. So there you are. The other thing I always like to do while I'm in there, give everything a bit of a clean up, because it's so easy to do while you're here. Just wipe it down. Always nice when you work on the car and it looks a bit better than it did before you started. And it also lets you know that somebody's been in there working on it. So there we are. So now that belt's off, we can attack the alternator belt. So I don't know how well we can see, but I'm going to bring you around to the other side. I'll get you set up so you can get a good look in there. Okay, so there we are. So now for the alternator. So what we've got is, I think what I'm going to do is bring you in for a close-up first, maybe. There we are. So we're looking right now at the adjuster, which is right here. That one right there where my finger is. That's how we tighten and loosen the belt, okay? So I'll bring you in for a closer inspection on that after we get this thing off, okay? So first thing I want to do is I'm going to take my 12mm wrench and I'm going to try to get to, there's a bolt that goes through it. It goes right through here. Now, there's not a lot of room to move in here, but you got to loosen that one nut off here. And I'm pulling up to loosen it. Once I loosen that, that's the lock bolt that locks that block, just like we had on the power steering. We've got the same setup here. So once we loosen that nut, then we can wind the adjuster bolt in or out. So what we want to do is we want to wind it this way to loosen it off. And everything's moving well on this car, so this is great. I've just had them sometimes where they're just impossible to get them to move. But once we get that loosened off, you got to loosen it right off. It's not too bad with the old belt because it's stretched, right? So you haven't got to loosen it off as much to get it off, but you really got to loosen it way off to get the new one on because it hasn't stretched yet. So if you can see what's going on there, let me just bring you in. So that's loosened off quite a bit now, and it's hard to get you in there to show you the block. I'm just gonna, you can sort of see it in the center, but it's pretty dark in there. But it's the same idea as what we have right here, only it's harder to see because it's underneath. So let me try and feed you in here. There we go. So that basically, once we loosen that off, we should be able to, depending on how tight the bottom bolt is on this, which is right down there, if that isn't overly tight, we should be able to move this back and forth. And sometimes you have to take a bit of a pry bar to get them to move. And I think that might be the case here. You might be able to, here we go, yank on the belt and that will move a bit. So you can just see that moved from here over to here now. What we're gonna need is, we're gonna need it to move all the way to here in order to get the new belt back on afterwards. And that'll be in part 3 once I start reinstalling everything. So now that that's moved to there, I can just about get this belt off. I'm just gonna try and get some more. We've just moved it a little bit more there for you. And like I said, the other thing you can do is you can cut the belts off if they're like this, if you're having trouble, and then you can just get in there and take the pry bar to it and get it off. But there we are. So we managed to wiggle that off now. And that goes around the water pump, which is right here. That's the water pump pulley. And it can sometimes be a challenge, especially if you've got a belt that's kind of changed shape or swollen up. It's hard to get it out between the thermostat neck and the pulley sometimes. So that's just something you may encounter. And like I say, you can always take the scissors and cut it, make it easy. the new belt should be easier to get in anyway. So there you are. And the groove it goes into is this one here on the back of the crank pulley. That's the one for the power steering. That's the one for the water pump and alternator belt. Okay, right there. And you can really see now how much of this dust and debris has formed around that alternator. So what we want to do next is get in there and clean it out. Get our toothbrush, clean as much of that out as you can, because you don't want it clogging up the workings of the alternator and, you know, stopping it from cooling and all that stuff. So, and this alternator looks to be the original one, so it's already 32 years old, or actually no, it'd be 30 years old, and it looks to be the original so far. So we want to keep it going if we can. There we are. That's how it should look. There, and that pulley's got a bit of rust on it, but it's not that bad. Sometimes they get really rusty, and then even if you put a new belt on, it'll eat the new belt, because that rust will just eat away at the sides of the belt as it spins through there. So this one seems pretty smooth. It's not bad. We can work with that. So there we are. So now what we need to do basically is get this out of the way a little bit so we can see better. So we need to get that to move forward a bit more. Now I'll get a pry bar and just push it the rest of the way over to here. Then we'll get our new belts out and we'll reinstall everything, adjust it, tighten it all up, and that'll be in part 3. Stay tuned.